Big win for our football team, our program win. To do this for a fourth straight time is amazing, and it's a lot of hard work by a lot of people in this program. A lot of former players, a lot of players currently playing, and then, you know, just administratively. But you know, when you look at the football game, I think in general, you know, they score the first series. Our offense comes back and scores immediately, and you know, it sort of gave us confidence. We talked about handling adversity the entire time, and I thought we were able to do that. You know, then from there, I guess it was we went into the third quarter with it. You know, got the ball off the kickoff, and you know, we had to win that third quarter. So you know, we've got 2 scores in. Big play by Isaiah at the end. Isaiah Lewis sort of put it away, but I thought our defense played tremendously. You know, with 7 sacks, 10 tackles for losses, and then you know, our offense ran the ball very effectively, 213 yards rushing. Credit Michigan, they stripped the ball off of us twice down the field. They've done that all year. Great defensive plays, and you know, we had too many penalties, obviously, but you know, some of them, I don't know. You know, you guys can make that call, but I do think it was a cleanly played football game, and it was a hard played football game. You know, there was toughness out there on both sides, and so I respect Michigan in all respects. So I'll just take some questions, but great feeling, and we're very, very excited.
You aren't prone to overstatements, but to accomplish this and be on the field 2 minutes later, hugging everybody you could find, what did that feel like to you?
Well, I said it one other time, you know, when I got asked that, you know, I guess it feels complete. You know, very content, you know. It's the way I show my emotions, I guess. But, you know, I just feel like it's, you know, it all came to fruition for us. You know, guys played so hard, we prepared so hard, and when you win, you know, there is a lot of excitement about that, and it's a big football game. Yeah, it feels good. It feels complete.
Are you guys confident maybe the calmness that you guys had playing against them that maybe you didn't have when you first got here?
Oh, I don't know that. I wasn't here before. I just know that we made a point about things, and you know, I'm sure that other people do too, or they do, or whatever. But we've sort of driven home our point, and you know, we've got good football players. You know, we've got good defensive linemen and linebackers and guys that can run. And you know, offensively, we've got some talented, skilled guys. I thought Cousins played outstanding today. 2 big third-down throws for touchdowns. You know, numerous third-down throws for first downs to keep drives alive. I thought Edwin Baker got in the zone and you know, got hot, ran through tackles. I thought our offensive line played very well, protected our quarterback. I don't think we had a sack. I don't believe. And anytime that they have 7 and we don't have any, you know, it's tough. But you know, credit Michigan. I thought Denard Robinson, as always, he makes plays. The guy makes plays. We got him penned up, and he got out a number of times.
A couple of us were talking, Mark. It seems like that was Kirk's best game today. Would you agree with that? I was seeing the film.
Well, I haven't seen the film, but I thought he was on the money with the wind conditions that were out there, and it was blowing. I thought he played very, very well. He had a couple drops, and you know, probably only had 1 errant pass. Maybe it was the first one on the hitch, but played very well. And he does so many other things for us, aside from just throw a football. You know, it's the leadership, it's on the field, it's getting us in the right place, all these different things. You know, should be congratulated, as well as our entire football team.
Mark, you had a big road win at Ohio State, a big win here. Does this team kind of reach the comfort level that no matter what the circumstances, it's going to do its job?
Well, you know, what we're looking for in this program, what our goals are in this program is anytime, anywhere. That's our goals, you know, to be able to play competitively with anybody in this country, anywhere at any time. And, you know, have we reached that yet? We're going to find out the rest of the year, but we've had good football teams, but we've stumbled a couple times. So I'm not going to say we're there yet, but I like our temperament. I think our temperament of our football team is one of confidence, and one of toughness, and one of effort, and I think you can win with those things.
Mark, the guys we've talked to already seem very emotional, in a way, almost angry about this game. As long as they play smart, you kind of you encourage that in a rivalry week to play with emotion and anger?
Well, this is football. So as I said, I think on the radio show, and I said to our football team today, you know, you're over here, you want to be emotional and carry energy through the whole game, not just pregame, not just when a coach is talking to you, but through the whole game. And over here, you have to execute. You have to keep a peace of mind, You have to be contained. You have to be able to execute over here. And somewhere it meets in the middle. And I thought we were able to do that for the most part. But you have to play this game a little bit angry. So regardless of who you're playing. If you go out there and think it's going to be a soft, it's very difficult to win. I've said that before. It's extremely difficult to win. You don't really understand what all goes into that, how hard and how well coached the opposing team is. And Michigan is a well coached football team. Yes. So, it's very difficult. It just doesn't just happen. But you got to bring your A game. You got to bring your mentality.
Coach, you know what a good fourth quarter football team Michigan has been this year. They had them down 21-7 in the fourth, and it seemed like in the span of about 4 plays they had a touchdown. We're back in the red zone. How concerned were you that they were going to do it again?
I was more concerned with that the wind was against us, and that they knew we were going to have to milk the clock a little bit and run it a little bit more because of the wind and everything else, that they would get good field position. So that was part of it. And as I said, when the unsung heroes probably the game, I mentioned on the radio show, is Mike Sadler and Kevin Muma with the job that they did as kickers and punters. Because especially, Sadler punting the football, I thought, pretty good against the wind. The majority of his punts were against the wind. So it was tough down there. The wind was blowing, and so they're going to get the ball around the 30-yard line to hit a slant for a touchdown. But we understood, we knew, we talked about it throughout the week, that there were going to be times where things were going to sway. The emotions were going to sway back and forth, and it was going to be very important that we be able to keep our emotions in check and be able to play through adversity, and we were able to do that.
So, Coach, new Michigan coaches have not done well against the Spartans in their first game. How's it feel good to continue that tradition for Coach Hoke?
Well, it feels good to beat Michigan, but as far as Brady, Brady's a good man. I think he's a very good coach. They're a well-coached football team, and they're just starting. And, so it takes time. They're just starting what they're dealing with. So this will be something I'm sure that will continue on.
Mark, with your focus on running the ball, how satisfying was it today to see that running game kind of emerge today?
Well, with, what is it, 39 out of 41 going into the game?
Right.
The team that had won the rushing totals were going to win the football game. So obviously it was very important. We couldn't stand back there and be one-dimensional. We had to be able to run the football. And as I said earlier, Rock got into a zone, was affected. We had 17 rushes, I think, for 100-plus yards in the first half. I'm not sure what we did in the second half right now, but we were able to run the ball effectively enough to keep the down and distance accordingly, and I think in our favor, and I think in the red zone we played well enough to score touchdowns, which is a huge factor, especially 2 third-down touchdown passes by Kirk. Big plays.
Mark, when they went play action on 4th down, were you expecting them to run the ball there?
The last 4th down and 20?
Inside the 10 when you guys held them?
Oh, I thought that they would run the football. We thought it was 4th and a half. But they needed. I guess they only needed 1 score at that time. So, guys, big play by Johnny Adams.
In the never-ending quest to get respect, you talked about since day one. Do you think you're there now?
I don't have to answer that question. That's for other people to answer. But our MO this week was right here, right now. Yes, we got it done.
Yes, sir, Coach?
Yeah. Izzo always talks about how important it is to have his old players come back. You have so many of your players there, and to see the reaction, cheers after the game.
Yeah. This game is about reuniting our entire fan base. Our fans were tremendous out there, outstanding. But anybody who's ever put on a green shirt says with a Spartan on it, it's going to feel personal about this game. Now you take that further and put a guy who's played on this football team at some point or other and gone through the trials and tribulations that goes with playing football in general. There's a lot of emotion, and it links us up. It links myself with every coach who had ever coached here. It links our players with every single player who's ever played here, and that's strong. That's something that lasts a lifetime. And so, I can't tell you how many texts that I get and things that I get prior to the game from former players, and the guys who have been here since I've come back, and the guys who were really here before when I was here at that point in time. They're special people to me in my life. The guys who have sweated since I've come back here as a head coach, this is very, very special to them because they are the program. They are the program. It's not just our current people. It's all the ones who have come before us. They are the program. I'm happy for Coach Perlis. Coach Perlis comes to my house. when they beat Michigan. So I'm very happy. I look forward to seeing him tonight. And but happy for all former Spartans out there. So go Green.
Thanks, Coach. Pick the chairs up.